Hello and welcome to my beginner's guide for the Guild Wars in the Walking Dead No Man's Land Android game. In this guide, I'm going to tell you what the Guild Wars is, I'm going to show you what all the new stuff means, and give you some tips on how to contribute meaningfully right from the start so that you can help your guild win their battles. Guild Wars is a mode in the game that a lot of people seem interested in, but sometimes people aren't getting stuck into. I think that could be because it's a team effort and some people don't want to embarrass their team, or they just think there's a whole lot of new stuff in there that they're not going to understand, and so they just kind of leave it alone. Well, this video is for you. If you've wanted to play Guild Wars but don't know where to start, that's what we're going to go through right here. So, what is Guild Wars? It's a mode of the game that is not available right from the start, but becomes unlocked as you progress, like the Outpost or Distance. In it, you will team up with your guild members and you're going to take on other guilds and try to secure victory by earning points by completing missions. The other guild, which is randomly selected by the AI, is going to be trying to do the same thing. Simply put, you earn points by completing missions, and then you can use those in the Guild War to buy unique items. And of course, there's the joy of winning or the sorrow of losing. Something that's very important is just to have a bit of an idea of what you're doing, and especially to work as a team with your guild. So how do we do that? What do we do? Well, go to Guild Wars, and the first thing that you do is that you can see the days where a guild battle is going to be active. So Guild War is made up of battles. That's a total of 4 weeks, after which the Guild War has been won and will be reset. So when you're presented with these days, you can choose which one you want to sign up to. When the player number is green, it means that you're good to go. So for example, I'm signed up here on Saturday. We've got 3 members. That means we're ready to go. You need to have at least 3 members per day for the battle to go ahead. Only one of you, only 2 of you, the battle doesn't happen. You don't lose or anything. It just doesn't go ahead. You can have up to 10 people per day. And obviously that will require a lot more cooperation and a lot more planning. In any case, it's worth discussing with your guild what days you can do, making sure that you can commit to them, and then just getting stuck in and earning your points. So how do you do that? Right, I'm going to spectate with the Guild War battle that is going on right now. Here we can see a quick overview with the points. We want the blue points to be more than the red points because that means that you're winning. But when you get into a battle, this is what you are presented with. It's the Guild War map. This probably looks horrifically complicated, so I'm going to break it down. The Guild War map is where you select the missions that you and your teammates are going to get involved and try to win in order to earn points. If we zoom in a little closer, we can see that the difficulty on these missions is different from level to level. Just a point, if you're a newer player and you're seeing these difficulty levels 28 to 30 and you're wondering how on earth you're ever going to be able to do that, don't worry. The difficulty of the missions is based on the level of your players and or equipment. So if you're level 15, for example, these starting missions will be level 15, 16, and 17. As you go along, you can see that you can take on more challenging missions. So my basic maximum survivor and equipment level is 26. So the easiest levels, 26 to 28. If I feel like a bit more of a challenge, then maybe I could take on something like level 33 to 35, significantly higher, but you might notice the points are different. Look at the bottom of these stages. See those numbers, 190 and 55, 225 and 60. Those are your Guild War points and your player points respectively. The things that you are trying to earn to beat your opponent. Your guild points are up here. As it says, they are earned by playing Guild War missions and winning battles. You do want to win because you get a nice boost if you defeat the other guild. How do you do that? You use your attacks. So your attacks, when you start Guild Wars, you have 18 attacks. If we go to a stage, this is what it looks like. Each battle takes up 1 gas. We also have Guild Wars gas. I know, it's a little confusing. But what that is used for, as it says, is used to retry Guild War missions. So let's say that I just tried difficulty 32 there. I failed, made a complete hash of it. It would ask me if I want to use my Guild Wars gas, the red stuff, to retry the mission, and I can do it with the same survivors. It'd be the same mission. It would completely reset. I would get fewer rewards, but I wouldn't outright fail. I would get another chance at it. So that's what that is. Everything else is pretty much the same, but obviously you've got the results of the battle up there so that you can see how you are doing. Let's get back to the map. So what are we looking at? So most of these missions are comprised of what is called islands. 4A, 4B, 4C is an island. It is 3 interconnected stages. A stage, as we saw earlier, is composed of this. So these green stages are like normal missions. One thing that I've noticed in Guild Wars is that the standard missions tend to have more unique enemies. Metalheads, spikies, bruisers, that kind of thing. So be ready for that. Those orange missions, now, that's where there's a big difference here. These are survivor battles. Your trio of survivors will be pitted in a mission against 3 survivors from the enemy guild who will be trying to kill you. They're not directly controlled by the other player, they're controlled by the AI. But the other player will have set them up with their equipment, decided who is on that roster, and they're going to be sort of engaging in the mission the same as you, and yeah, they can take you out. Something that's very much worth keeping in mind though, survivor battles, something that causes a lot of consternation, a lot of anxiety amongst Guild War players. People think that survivor battles are difficult. They're not. They are the easiest part of the Guild War. So think of them as a kind of a boss battle after each of these 2 normal stages where you face the opponent's survivors and you have to take them out. Now, you will get a certain amount of points for completing a mission and a survivor battle. If you complete all of the missions, if you and or your guildmates complete all of the missions and defeat all of the survivor battles, you will get a completion reward. Do you see that down there at the bottom right? Completion reward. It gives you a big boost to your guild points and to your reward points. Those are the points that you personally spend in the Guild War. And if we take an even closer look, so 4A, 4B, they have to be completed, and then 4C will unlock. Take a look at those rewards that you get. Look at those guild points, 415. So this is the secret to winning Guild Wars. You want to complete stages. Like I said, you get 18 attacks, so you can really complete 1.5 stages. You're going to need to work with your guild to complete stages. This is where the cooperation comes in. You need to talk to your guild and decide what stages you're going to go on based on the difficulty that you think that you can handle. It's no good just tearing off and doing missions by yourself. You've got to coordinate. That is how you will win. There's a couple of little quirks as well to this map. Aha. Just a little side note. See that little blue dot there? That means that somebody is taking on that mission. So, quick tip, if you see a blue dot next to a mission, don't take it on. You don't both get points for it, only one of you will. It's wasted gas. Anyway, back to the map. Some unique missions. Can you see these ones here, the bonuses? They're not connected to anything. They're not islands. And also, they are significantly shorter. They're always as easy as it possibly can be. And you will get some kind of bonus. Scout survivors deal 50% more damage. This can help you take on tougher missions. The problem is, these are very easy missions that don't offer much in terms of rewards. And look at that, 150 stage completion bonus. That's not really much. I strongly recommend, if you have a small group, not doing the bonuses. It's something that you might want to do if there's larger groups, 8, 9, 10 of you getting engaged, because you might want to take on those tougher missions. But for the smaller ones, you're really not going to get too much out of them, so I don't recommend doing them. But, you can. If you've got enough gas left over, then maybe you're going to want to get that completion bonus rather than have nothing. It's worth pointing out, by the way, that the C stages, by which I mean these ones that are locked, come on, where you've got to do A and B, those C ones take the same format as the bonuses. One mission followed by a survivor battle. So that's worth pointing out, as well as the fact that there are occasionally isolated missions like 16D there. It's not connected to anything. And in fact, I've not really found much point in doing this. You may as well just do a normal mission. It's not like it gives you any more rewards or anything like that. You certainly don't want to do it over the chance to complete an island. That is, again, a group of 3 connected missions. Anyway, that should really explain the map. It looks confusing, but it's just simply a chance for you to pick some stages at a difficulty that you think that you can win. I've got lots and lots of videos showing the missions being done, and especially those survivor battles. So if you're concerned about those, please do check out those videos. There are some tactics that can make those a breeze. I'm not going to quite go into it here, but have a look there. Don't forget, by the way, the bottom left, click that I button. If you need a reminder of how things work, that's really handy. If you need a quick reference, go there. They're sometimes changing how Guild Wars works, so keep up to date there. Other elements. So, tiers. The better you do, the more you advance and you go up in tiers. What does that mean? Well, it determines what kind of opponents you're going to be facing. People of higher tiers tend to be better. And it also means what is unlocked in the Guild Wars shop. So, for example, you can see at the top there, Bronze 1, Bronze 1, Bronze 1, Bronze 2. So this would initially be unavailable, going up to the Silver, and you just get more interesting items. Although it is worth pointing out that Guild Wars is playing just from the start, because these items, they're unique, they're interesting, they're very cool. Defenders. So you know that I said that you go against the enemy guild? Well, they're going to have survive battles where they're going against your team. This is where you pick who is going to be going up against them. Your survivors will be level matched to the guys who are going against you. You also select your equipment. It doesn't need to be upgraded. It will automatically be upgraded when the enemy takes you on. I suggest having a look at this, just thinking about who you're going to place here. It's not like Outposts. You can still use your characters if they are defending in Guild Wars. So there's nothing to lose by putting your best guys there. I have a guide on how to do this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail right here. Now let's see. What else is there? Hopefully that has explained what you do. Some basic etiquette. So first of all, if you sign up for a day, show up. and please fight. It is a point of consternation amongst Walking Dead players, people signing up for Guild Wars and not doing it. Please don't do this. You are letting your team down. If for whatever reason you can't make a day, let your team know. Go to the day, that big green withdraw button, hit that, and just step out. No showing. It's a real no-no. Please don't do that. Make sure that your defenders are set up. Other players probably have. It does make it significantly more difficult for your opponent when they are facing a team of defenders that have been set up, and it can be the difference between victory or defeat. And then finally, just if you need a hand, and you probably are a newer player to this, ask. Just say, hey guys, I feel confident taking on this stage. Can somebody help me? Don't be the guy who just pulls in their own direction while everyone else is working as a team. I think that should be enough to get you started with Guild Wars. If it's not, please let me know in the comments and I will be more than happy to help you. As ever, thanks for watching, and there'll be new videos coming along every week. There always are. Hope to see you in battle. Bye.